We're heading to Baltimore. Tomorrow, my friend, Little Mo, is going to have a street named after him in downtown Baltimore.
I'm making this journey because, simply put, Mo Gaba is my hero. And how often do you get to share in something so intimate and impactful? Mo started calling my radio show when he was just 9 years old, and we had no idea he had been blind since he was 9 months old because of cancer of his retina. And we had no idea cancer kept popping up throughout his life and that he kept beating it and that it caused him to spend most of his life in a hospital. We just heard the laugh and the joy and the sports takes and loved him through the radio. So when I read about a Mo Gaba in Baltimore who was throwing out the first pitch at an Orioles game and sitting on the panel at their fan fest and invited to Ravens training camp and realized this was my Mo, I could believe it because he was a slice of magic on earth. But I couldn't believe that he was ravaged by cancer because that joy, it poured over you like an avalanche every time he spoke. So when he graduated from 8th grade this summer and was ready to go to high school, and Baltimore threw him not one but 2 graduation parades, I was overwhelmed with gratitude that so many people cared like I did, but also because I figured this could be a precursor to a goodbye.
Recent scans have been so good, but he's made it this far. And I love him. And thanks, Little Mo, for being a hero. Little Mo reminds us all that no matter how hard you got it, there's no reason to be sad or give up or not keep fighting or not trying to be the light. Because Little Mo, he's that every single day. And they had a parade for him. And I wish that I was there.
So I reached out to Jeremy Conn, a fellow sports talk host in Baltimore that befriended Mo and his family, and asked if I could come down to visit Mo because the diagnosis wasn't good, and I just felt this driving force inside me to meet my hero before I didn't have that chance anymore. The day I spent with Mo in his bedroom and backyard will forever be one of the greatest moments of my life. And I asked Mo if I could do an interview with him because I really wanted to just pick at his infinitely wise 14-year-old brain. I just kind of wanted to learn about life from a teenager.
I'm going to just adjust your microphone a little bit so that it's close to your mouth.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
Okay.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3.
A few weeks later, Mo was no longer with us, and again, I didn't quite know what to do.
But Little Mo taught me something that nobody else could, which is you get to choose your happiness. It doesn't choose you. You're allowed to have bad days. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be in pain. But the bigger picture is you get to choose no matter what's in front of you.
So I hosted an Instagram live chat to toast to Mo and his life and his lessons. And the amount of people, listeners and friends and colleagues that joined me that night was more proof Mo unites us and inspires us all, even from the clouds.
Thank you everybody for being with us. And it meant a lot for me personally because I can't really quite do this alone without you guys. Cheers, Little Mo. We love you. Thanks for blessing us. To many, many more years of celebrating Mo Gaba.
I looked up the day that he passed away, and like so many others witnessed that night, a sunset of Ravens purple and Orioles orange exploded in the sky, like Mo's personal fireworks show. And this was 4 hours away in New York.
And there was this cloud right above my house that was just lit up bright orange. And immediately, kind of this wave of sobbing passed through me, and I just looked up and said, Mo's always going to be here. Everywhere I look, I'm going to see Mo. I know it. Because Little Mo, what he taught me and what he taught us is within us forever.
So I had to be at that dedication of Mo Gaba Way.
This little kid would call up middle of the night. He just had this unbelievable personality. It's remarkable for any human life to have touched that many people and had this impact. But if you knew little Mo, you knew he had this in him.
You're comfortable just going on the radio and grabbing the microphone?
Yeah. I like speaking into the microphone.
You must have felt good to have those parades, huh?
Yeah, I felt pretty special having those parades because I didn't know that many people would come out to support me.
And when I showed up that day, what many would think was this kind of devastatingly painful situation, little Mo was again light and love and laughter.
So when you used to call my show, you used to call the show at night, sometimes in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Now, did your mom know you were calling my show?
She did not know a thing. Like, she would be at work, and then all of a sudden, she'll probably get a text message, and it would say like, I just heard your son on the radio. How does he know all this stuff? I was excited to be on there, and I would always ask for a beam up. That's the fun part, being beamed up to the mothership. Yeah.
Here we are, outside of Baltimore's Camden Yards, just down the street from where Mo Gaba Way is going to be dedicated today. I am so excited. A place where little Mo threw a first pitch. You know, this year has been difficult for a lot of people, so it feels like we need Mo and Mo's spirit more than ever. And how perfect is it that it's going to be just down the block from both Camden Yards and M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Orioles and Ravens, Mo's two favorite teams, so that he can look over his two favorite teams from upstairs.
Everybody loves you so much. Why do you think everybody loves you so much?
I think it's just because of my attitude. I always stay positive.
Do you have to try to stay positive, or are you just naturally a positive guy?
I try to stay as positive as I can, because sometimes I'm not as positive as I usually am. So it's not that hard just to think positive.
How'd you learn that?
It just came to me. I guess I just thought about it myself and just think positive and everything will be fine.
You're right. I love that you have such a positive attitude. I think that they learn a lot of lessons from you.
Some people might say I'm an inspiration to them.
What do you think about that when people say that?
I feel really special when they say stuff like that because I don't feel like I'm actually inspiring them, but at the same time, I know what they're talking about.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the day where we're going to pay tribute to Mo Gaba and his family and friends. This is from the Governor of the State of Maryland on Mo Gaba Way Day, December 2nd, 2020. Whereas, today truly is a day for giving thanks for the life and courageous spirit of Mo Gaba, an inspiring young hero, loving family, friends, and fellow sportsman, greatly admired his tremendous courage, achievements, and unwavering positivity during his battle with cancer.
And we pray that every Baltimorean takes on the spirit of what Mo Strong is. It's not a hashtag. It's not a t-shirt. It's not a mask. It's a way of life. So, Baltimore, welcome to Mo Gaba Way.
Not only Mo Gaba Way, but this feels like Mo Gaba Day as well. I just want to thank everyone in Baltimore because for the people that don't know, this started as a little grassroots thing where we were trying to get Mo a bed. I put out my Venmo and my PayPal in a short period of time. I'd say about 10 days, we had 50 grand in there to try to help the family out. We had him a new bed. We were trying to get him, make him as happy as he could be and try to get him everything that he wanted. And I just think this is a great way to carry on his legacy. So to all the people out there, the fans, the people that sent wonderful messages, that sent money, that sent all kinds of stuff, really just to help out the family. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know.
If you love one another, then it will be a better place.
Do you know that I love you?
Yeah.
All right. As long as you know that.
Yeah, I know that. A lot of people need to laugh every once in a while. Yeah, Laughter is the best medicine.
A lot of people, after hearing diagnosis and prognosis is like that, kind of shut down. They kind of just, quote unquote, carry a tin cup. But he continued to live life to its fullest. And so I think that he can be an inspiration to anybody who may have received life's best shot, but continues to fight no matter what. And so that's what I think makes him special, is that a lot of people would tuck it in or pack it in, but he kept moving every day until the day he left this earth.
Your life has been hard? Would you say it's been amazing? Would you say it's been a little bit of both?
It's been a little bit of both, yeah. I say it's been a little bit of both because of all the treatments I've been going through. That's the hardest bit. But like all the people that support me, that's been the amazing part of it.
Well, what's amazing is that you are making them happy.
Yeah.
Could you believe that?
I don't know how I'm making them happy. I guess it's just because I'm happy, or maybe it's just my attitude that I always stay positive. I don't know how I make people happy, but I'm glad I'm doing it.
He had a glow to him, a warmth, an energy that just made you have hope in a world where hope seems so short. It was the laugh that it almost tattooed Mo on your brain, and it made you feel the joy, the light. That laugh, I'm telling you, sparks the light.
Anybody inspire you?
A lot of people inspire me, but mostly my mom, because she's been there for me all this time. It's been a long road that we've had, and she's just been there for me ever since it started.
Today was nothing short of amazing. I mean, part of me I miss my son. I wish he was here to be a part of it, but knowing that he left what he left behind, I couldn't ask for anything more. It's unreal, the amount of people that he touched, and just from being himself, and being the loving, caring kid that he was. It's amazing what he did.
I just think people should know, if you stay positive, everything will be fine. You just eat, drink, and breathe positive thoughts. That's all you gotta do, and everything will be good. Not too much hate to the point where you're hating everything. Just enough hate so you just don't go crazy.
Like maybe you hate the Steelers.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
It was amazing. It was really important to me to see this kind of go through and see the reaction that Sanzi had, Mo's mom, with everything that went down. That's what I was looking for. And now keeping that legacy alive and his memory, to me, is ultimately important. And I know for her, you can see how much it means to her. It started with that laugh, which draws you in. I mean, it's the most infectious laugh you could possibly imagine.
Oh, little Mo, like I said on the radio, you're my hero.
Alright, thanks. It's starting to really sink into me about how many people I've touched over the past couple years, and it's really crazy.
I mean, you got a radio station coming to your bedroom to do a radio show.
Yeah, and that's going to be a lot of people who call in. The phone lines are going to be packed.
You're going to have packed phones. You're going to have celebrities calling in, athletes calling in to your radio show for you.
Yeah.
A few weeks before we lost little Mo, Jeremy hosted a radio show from Mo's bedroom. Over an astounding 5.5 hours, listeners, athletes, and celebrities jammed the phone lines to tell Mo how much he meant to them. I was blessed to be one of those guests. Before the big Mo show, though, Mo asked for a moment of silence to honor his friend from the hospital who had died of cancer.
Think about the thing you want most in life, and then you finally get it. Are you willing to share that with somebody else right off the bat? And that's kind of what makes Mo special.
He's my hero, because nowadays everyone's emotions are catered to, so everyone's wondering what it's going to take to make them happy and satisfied. And Mo, he carried within his heart everything he ever needed. He had a light deep in his soul that simply could not be diminished, no matter what life threw at him. And he proved, despite the very worst circumstances, that everyone has that light if only we'd stop and think about how to turn it on and then leave it on. We could all be Mo. You see, Mo affects me every single day. Just on this trip, filming this episode, I left my microphone back in the hotel, my Steadicam wasn't working, and a bank truck rolled up to my spot and rumbled as it stayed parked for 20 minutes, ruining the audio of this shot. But I remembered, don't get frustrated. Look at the bright side. It's all going to be good. And it was. The voices in the media don't help us today. They foster frustration and resentment and complaining. And maybe I've done that too. So I've changed my show. Every week we have a momentous Monday story of inspiration in sports. We have a production piece that airs every single day with Mo's laugh. And every morning I make sure I say, I'm happy to be here. Because I am.
So what's some of the hardest parts about it?
You know, those people who are just like in the streets, like they just like hate everything, and I feel like people can change. I just wish people like the hateful people could change their ways and be more loving.
Yeah. How do you think we can teach hateful people to be more loving?
Just love one another, and like love your kids, love your family, just love everything, and try not to have too much hate to the point where you're not getting so angry you want to do something crazy or anything like that.
But you drove how long to come down and be a part of this? Like, he called into your show and he meant so much to you that now you're here with us, spending this day with us because he reached that far. And then hopefully this continues. More people see what Mo's about and he affects their lives in a positive way, because that's what he was about. He was all about positivity. I've said this so many times that we all look at our own lives and we say, okay, this is what's wrong with my life and I'm upset about this, and it really gets us down or affects us in a certain way. And then you look at Mo, and then Mo was so positive about everything. And hopefully that spreads a bunch of positivity, because I think it ultimately is important. It's easy to get down. It's hard to stay up.
From Baltimore to Beijing, they know about this little young man by the name of Mo Gaba. So it's a tremendous tribute and a story and a testament to dreams coming true.
Make every day great, appreciate everything, and I love that this 14-year-old boy who was blind could see without seeing. So open your heart and see with your heart. That was Mo.
It wasn't surprising today when it was a really cloudy, overcast day. And then about a half hour before the ceremony, the sun burst through. That's Mo. Pure sunshine. Today was a special day. Special to see the young man affect so many by just being himself. Mo's presence, his innate ability to be happy, connect with others, be appreciative, show gratitude, resonated with everybody. All of us who were touched by Mo needed Mo for different reasons at different times of our lives. For some, he helped put a lot of things in perspective. For some, he helped turn negatives into positives. For some, he just gave people hope. For some, they needed to learn how to laugh. They needed somebody to laugh with. They needed belief or inspiration. I think about him every single day. I try to keep him in my heart. So Mo is forever going to be with me. And I can see myself coming to Camden Yards every single year on a special Mo day. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to this channel, I'd appreciate it. More videos as we embark upon a new season of NOMAD, my travel series. What better way to begin this season than with Mo? Subscribe by clicking on this button, and you'll get notifications on brand new episodes. Feel free to leave a comment below as well. For the spirit of Baltimore, little Mo. We lost a great one yesterday, but he's upstairs with a little bit more work to do. And he's smiling down today, laughing, and rooting on his Orioles and Ravens. And I love him very much.
You definitely play that. Yeah. I like that one.